What's going on, guys? Chum Change XD here. Hope you're all doing well and having a really great day. Today we got a new package from, I believe, bitcoinmerch.com, and this is most likely one of their newer Bitcoin merch exclusive lottery miners. As you guys can see, they have a bunch of nerd miners here, and they actually produce the Bitaxes as well, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to get into this box and see what is inside, but just before we do that, let's hear a quick word from today's video sponsor.
Crypto Miner Bros is the ultimate destination for all of your crypto mining needs. Founded in 2018, this company specializes in top quality ASIC miners from brands like Bitmain, Goldshell, and many others. Whether you're a newbie or a pro, they offer competitive prices, fast shipping, and easy payment options worldwide. Pay with bank transfer, Bitcoin, or even other cryptocurrencies, no cash needed. The prices you see on their website include taxes, shipping, and DDP to your door, so there are no surprises at checkout. Join tens of thousands of satisfied customers who trust Crypto Miner Bros for their hardware fulfillment, transparent prices, and world-class service. Check out CryptoMinerBros.com, link down below.
All right, here goes nothing. Let's see what's inside. This box actually feels a bit heavier than I was expecting a single miner to feel, or a lottery miner, rather, to feel. Huh. Okay. That one's actually kind of heavy. I can't get that one out one-handed. Weird. Oh, look at this. Ooh, they sent us a new style little nerd miner. Oh, there's a bunch of them in here. So this is what was in the box entirely, okay? We got a Venezuelan Bolivar fiat bill, which is hysterical. I've never seen this. Was like $1 over there? It's kind of crazy. 100? Or it's probably less than $1. I don't even know, to be honest. If anybody knows how much this thing's worth, let me know. That's crazy. You know what? Back in the day, I used to collect coins and dollar bills and all this weird stuff as well, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for sending that over. Then we got a disruptor USB solar miner, just a Wi-Fi, like kind of like those Gecko Science USB miners. I don't even know how much hash rate this thing has. I've never even seen this thing before, but it looks similar to this guy. I have a fan. I don't know where the hell the fan is, but I have a fan for this guy, and it looks pretty similar when the fan's on it to this USB right there, which is pretty neat. Then we got 7 of these little nerd miners. So if I'm not mistaken, these guys would go into a situation like this hub over here, kind of like these nerd miners, right? I don't know how much more hash rate they have, but I assume this Bitcoin merch USB hub would fit all of those, which would be pretty neat, right? But I kind of don't want to separate these guys from that. I might just buy another hub at some point if there isn't one in here. I have no idea what's in this box. I just loosened it to be able to open it up and see what the hell was in it. So that's that. Oh, we have this box too. I totally forgot. So yeah, these are basically 7 of those little nerd miners. Let's just open one up and see what it is actually. That thing was a nightmare to get out of that container, by the way, but that's crazy. It's like completely exposed. So these little ones are completely enclosed in like a plastic shell. This one, like I said, it's completely exposed and just like a screen. And I think it's a button right there on the side. Interesting. This thing's pretty neat. I wonder what this looks like all hooked up. Maybe I will just kind of unplug those and see what these all look like in there towards the end of the video. All right, let's see what the heck's inside here, because I have no idea. A power supply. We have a power supply. What in the hell's in that box? 12 volt, 10 amp. Can I run this on 240? I can. 100 or 240 volts. All right, we're talking. I can plug this thing into solar, right into my PDU. All right, let's move this stuff over. What is in the big box? Because I really have no idea. What in the hell? What is that? Dude, that's sick looking. I think I need 2 hands for this. Give me 1 second. Oh my word. This thing is cool as hell. I have no idea what it is. I think it's a lottery miner. Dude, look at the fans. That's crazy. It's smaller than 120 millimeter. That's nuts. Completely enclosed in plexiglass. Dude, what is this thing? Yeah, it's got a little screen right there. This is definitely a little lottery miner. Dude, that's cool. And it came with this Wi-Fi thing. This works on Wi-Fi. Oh, and there's the power port right there. Huh. So the power port, you plug in there. Dude, that's insane. All right, well, I gotta find this thing. What is this on their site? Oh, it's this guy. Oh God, I didn't know it was that freaking big. That thing's giant. Let's go look. All right, hold on. Let's just compare this to the. I was not expecting it to be that big. So I got these are all off right now because, to be honest, this thing was vibrating like a mofo on this shelf here. Unless I like pinned it between a couple things. And yeah, I don't know. I just unplugged it because I was gonna put them on solar eventually, and we'll go over there and take a peek at that in a minute. But this is the Bitaxe. Okay, this is the Gamma, which is a 1.2 terahash unit. This guy right here. Okay, solar miner, right? Lottery machine, pretty much. This is the Mars Lander. This thing's a sick desk piece for somebody that's like getting into Bitcoin mining or whatever. It'd be a cool like little gift, right? But look at the size comparison. Mars Lander and the Bitaxe. That picture, I would never have guessed that this thing was that big. I mean, I guess it does look a little bigger now that I'm looking at it. The fan, you can kind of tell. But I didn't know it was that big. That's crazy looking. This thing's actually sick. All right, so this is a... Oh, damn, it does 3 terahashes? 3 terahashes? $575? What? Dude, this thing's cool. So it's Bitcoin March Bitaxe Hex. It's the Bitaxe Hex Solo Miner. 3 terahash unit. Wow, this thing is freaking sweet. Okay, so we're all situated, ready to plug this thing in. Again, I got that plugged into the power meter, but I went and grabbed a block that I actually had left over from my cell phones when I was actually cell phone mining, and this is that little Nerd Miner 2 that they actually sent us. So again, we have 7 of these guys, so what I'll end up doing is probably putting all 7 just in this little block here on that shelf next to my solar setup and get these all situated. But these guys are super easy to set up. You literally just scan that QR code that pops up with your phone. You click connect to the Wi-Fi, and it's just like the Nerd Miner Wi-Fi. And then you open the browser, and it pops up to a local IP, right? And then you basically just got to configure your Wi-Fi. So I got to do that right now. Let's get this guy up and running first. All right, there it is, 74 kilohashes, and these ones are 73, 74 as well. As you can see, I got them all up and running. So I guess the only real difference is the display is much bigger and it's not scrolling like these guys. So that's pretty cool. I just kind of tilted them on their side so you guys could see what was going on. So yeah, I like this style better, to be honest. It looks way cleaner, way more crisp, and these things are cool little units to just kind of tinker around with, and you can literally plug these things in anywhere as long as you can connect to the Wi-Fi. That is pretty awesome. All right. Let's get this guy plugged in and see what she does now. Wonder if it turns itself on. It does. Oh, you can see a screen under there too. Let's see if I can get that on camera. Let's turn it around. You know, that's kind of... I guess I can read it through the fan. I know you guys can't see that on camera, but I can see it through the fan. And as of right now, we're at 13, almost 14 watts. For this guy. So let me figure out how to get this guy up and mining. I'm assuming it's similar to what we just did here, but without a QR code. Let's see. All right, so I opened the Wi-Fi on my phone, and I'm thinking that it's the Bitaxe E015 because I don't have a Bitaxe up and running. I only got that one, and the Mars Lander and that are both off. So I'm assuming it's this. So I'm going to have to connect to that, and then we're going to have to go to a browser. So as soon as you open a new browser, this should pop up. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a nice full dashboard. Dude, this is sick. All right, so you guys click on these 3 lines to kind of navigate through this whole thing, and you can see I went to network. So I'm hooking up the network, or the Wi-Fi rather, right? The configuration here. I just named it hostname Bitaxe Hex, right? It said Bitaxe to begin with. Then I did my mining. Network, my password, and then I'm going to save it. Once it's saved, now I'm going to hit restart. I actually already went through and did the in the settings, not now. we actually set up, I'm going to public pool, not CK pool. So I got all this situated, the Bitcoin address, the fallback stratum. I just did all the same information here again as well. And I saved that also. So now that we got that all saved, we can restart this unit and everything should take place. Let's just see. Oh, actually, you know what? Restart was right there. Now it's like grayed out here. So I got to go and hit restart here under the 3 lines. And there we are, the Ultra 2.9 terahashes over here at 80 watts. So the name that I put in there, the Bitaxe Hex, weird, it didn't come up there. It already registers as the Ultra though, which is neat. So that is definitely it, because I have an S19K on here that's 120 terahashes roughly. Let's register on 140 right now. I have the NerdMiner 2-1. That is this guy that I set up. And then I got these 7 that I just plugged back in. You can see 7 sessions, which is just under worker. I actually didn't name those individually. So the Ultra is definitely that 3 terahash unit. And that's this guy right here. So 3 terahashes at 80 watts. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. And this thing's a freaking beast of a unit. And just for shits, I was checking out Mining Now. I wanted to see what they had for the Bitaxe models here and how much profitability they were making per day, right? So actually, you know what? I could change up here to 0 in a second, but they only have the touch and the gamma, and I do have the gamma, which is this little guy right here, right? 1.2 terahashes. This one is 3 terahashes. So we have, yeah, so about 3 times the amount, right? We're looking at like literally pennies, 3 cents, so it'd be about 9 cents or so. Let's just see if it allows me to do 0 on the electric rate, which it does. And so I guess 0 electric, really you're looking at like 7 cents there, so roughly around 20 cents if I wanted to pool mine with this thing per day. Totally not worth it. I'd rather just use it as a lottery machine. That's just my opinion. So last but not least, we got the Bitcoin Merch Disruptor USB Solo Miner. Now this thing, if I'm not mistaken, is probably exactly the same to set up as these little nerd miners, right? You're going to connect to the network, go into the browser on your cell phone, and the Wi-Fi page should pop up so you can hook this thing entirely up. But I'm not going to do this in today's video. I'll hook this up in another video when we go to get all these Bitcoin Solo Miners situated inside my mechanical room where the solar inverter is and all that stuff, right? Or inverters, rather. If you guys didn't see my last video, please go check it out. I actually gave you guys an option of where I should put a 240 volt outlet, or drock meter rather, so I could monitor my trailer. So I would really love your opinion on that. But my plan is to put a shelf here and have all my Bitcoin solo mining stuff like right here in this area, right? Because I don't think I'm going to be getting another inverter anytime soon, and if I do, I could always put it down there. And then I'm going to be putting just like a table here, like a temporary table here for now, so I could just kind of work on stuff, right? Like kind of like a bench similar to what we have out here where, you know, I'm actually working at right now. Kind of something like this, like a couple sawhorses, a little bit of wood, and just makeshift a table, right? And by the way, if you guys are interested in GPUs, these are all full of GPUs. I still have that entire list. I'll leave it down in the pinned comment down below. But I would love to know your thoughts on this Bitaxe Hex here down in the comments below. If you guys could, please leave a comment. And if you're interested in anything Bitcoin merch, I will also leave a link down in the pinned comment for you guys to go check out. But again, Bitcoin merch, thank you so much for sending this stuff over. This is freaking awesome. I love tinkering, and this is going to scratch that itch for a while, guys. Have a good one. I will catch you on the next video. Peace out.